All right, so get this Tom Brady. You know, the guy who's basically like, Mr. American Football is now a cricket team owner.
Wow.
Yeah, you heard that right.
Really?
Not a Super Bowl ad, not a joke.
Okay.
He's actually bought into a team in the 100, this new cricket league they have over in England and Wales.
It's interesting because this move really signals a potential turning point, not just for cricket, but how we think about global sports.
Yeah.
You have an American, sports icon, investing in a sport that is so deeply rooted in, British tradition. It's like
Yeah.
these two worlds are colliding.
Okay, but let's back up a sec. For those of us who, spend our fall Sundays glued to the NFL,
Sure.
what is the 100?
Yeah, so think of it like cricket's answer to, say, Major League Soccer.
Okay.
They're trying to make the sport faster, more exciting, attract a whole new generation of fans, especially younger folks, right?
Right.
You've got shorter matches, more emphasis on big hits, a bit like how 2020 or T20 cricket shook things up a while back.
So kind of like how basketball has the NBA, and then they have that, faster-paced 3x3 league
Yes.
trying to appeal to different tastes.
Exactly. And just like the NBA expanded globally, the 100 is looking to do the same, and that's where Brady comes in.
Yeah.
His name recognition alone could bring a whole new audience from North America where,
Right.
cricket is still kind of finding its footing.
And it's not just any athlete, right? We're talking Tom Brady.
Yeah.
This guy, the man, is a walking legend.
Yeah.
7 Super Bowl rings,
Yeah.
married to a supermodel.
Right.
He's got that crossover appeal. But you know what's even more interesting?
What's that?
He's not the only big name making waves in this league.
Right. We've got tech CEOs like the folks running Google, Microsoft, Adobe. I mean, basically Silicon Valley is showing up to the cricket pitch.
Wow.
And then you have the Ambani family from India who own the Mumbai Indians, a hugely successful team in the Indian Premier League. That's like the Super Bowl of cricket.
So this isn't just a sports story.
No.
This is a business story, a tech story, even maybe a little cultural phenomenon brewing.
Absolutely. And that's what makes this deep dive so compelling,
Right.
Yeah.
You have these seemingly separate worlds, American sports, British tradition, global finance, Silicon Valley innovation, all converging around this one sport.
All right, so let's unpack this, starting with Brady.
Yeah.
He bought into the Birmingham Phoenix, right?
Yes. And that's another intriguing piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
This isn't even Brady's first venture in Birmingham.
Okay.
He already owns a minority stake in Birmingham City Football Club, which plays in the English Football League Championship.
Well, so he's doubling down on Birmingham.
It seems that
What's the strategy there?
it suggests a deeper commitment to the city.
Right.
It's not just dipping their toes in, they're planting roots.
Interesting. And who is they? He's got partners in this cricket deal, right?
His partner is Knighthead Capital Management,
Okay.
an investment firm.
Okay.
And here's where things get even more interesting. Knighthead's co-founder is also the chairman of Birmingham City FC,
Oh, wow.
the football club Brady's involved with. Plus, they're investing heavily in a new sports quarter in Birmingham.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a massive sports and entertainment hub.
So maybe this cricket team is just one piece of a much bigger play.
Right.
Almost like they're building a sports empire over there.
It certainly seems that way, and it's a savvy move. They're capitalizing on the growing popularity of sports globally
Yeah.
and positioning themselves at the forefront of this new sports landscape.
Okay, but let's talk about the 100 itself. You mentioned it's still relatively new.
Sure.
How's it doing so far? Is it actually catching on?
It's still early days, but the potential is there.
Okay.
The 100 is trying to break into the global market,
Right.
become a major commercial success. And that's where Brady's star power and the other investors come in. They bring instant credibility, marketing muscle, and a global fan base.
So they're giving this league a rocket boost right out of the gate.
Exactly. It's a fascinating case study in how sports, business, and global trends are all intertwined.
All right, now here's where I think things get really interesting. You ready for this?
Yeah, hit me.
The Birmingham Phoenix was valued at £3 million back in 2019.
Okay.
What do you think it's worth now?
I'm intrigued. Give me a number.
£82 million.
Wow.
That's a jump of nearly £80 million in just a few years.
That's a staggering increase.
Yeah.
It shows a huge leap in confidence in the 100's future.
Right.
It also tells us that investors, including Brady and Knighthead, see a massive potential for financial returns. And it's not just, the big returns for investors.
Right.
Part of that sale money goes back into English cricket, including like grassroots programs.
Oh, wow.
So it's a potential win-win for everyone involved.
So we're seeing a financial transformation happening in cricket. Could it become the next big investment opportunity, like what we saw with soccer in the U.S.?
It's definitely on the radar. And what's really intriguing is like the role these tech CEOs could play.
Yeah.
They're not just passive investors.
Right.
They're bringing like Silicon Valley's innovation mindset to the game.
You mentioned Google, Microsoft, Adobe.
Yeah.
Those are some heavy hitters in the tech world.
Yeah.
But what does that actually look like when you apply it to cricket?
Think about how these companies have changed the way we consume and interact with entertainment.
Right.
They've mastered data analytics, personalized experiences, creating immersive digital platforms.
Yeah.
Now imagine applying that to cricket.
Hold on. So you're saying they could use data to analyze player performance, predict outcomes, maybe even change the way the game is played?
Absolutely.
Wow.
They could create real-time data overlays for viewers, personalized content feeds based on fan preferences,
Oh.
even virtual reality training simulations for players.
Wow.
They could completely revolutionize the fan experience.
That is mind-blowing when you think about it. I mean, these are the folks who brought us self-driving cars and smartphones that can practically read our minds.
Right.
They can really shake things up in the cricket world.
For sure. And let's not forget, the Ambani family's involvement.
Right.
They've already tasted success in the Indian Premier League with the Mumbai Indians.
Yeah.
They're bringing that winning mentality and global sports experience to the 100, which is a huge boost for the league.
So it's almost like they're creating this dream team of investors,
Yeah.
each bringing their own, unique strengths to the table.
For sure.
You got the star power of Tom Brady, the financial muscle of Knighthead Capital, the innovative thinking of Silicon Valley, and the global sports expertise of the Ambani family.
Exactly. It's a powerful combination.
Yeah.
And it speaks volumes about the potential they see in cricket, especially in a market like North America.
So let's play this out. What does this all mean for the future of cricket, especially here in the U.S.?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it signals a potential shift in the global sports landscape.
Okay.
Cricket, traditionally seen as a sport with a strong following in certain regions,
Right?
is now attracting attention from major players worldwide.
Yeah.
And that could lead to some really interesting developments.
Okay, so you're saying the 100 could actually become a major player in the global sports market, on par with the NFL or the NBA.
It's certainly a possibility.
That's a big statement.
Yeah. But the investment we're seeing, the global interest, and the push for innovation
Yeah.
are all contributing factors. And if anyone can make cricket popular in North America,
Right.
it's probably Tom Brady.
You think so? I mean, American football is king here. Can cricket really compete with that?
It's not about replacing American football. It's
Right.
about adding another option to the menu.
Okay.
And with the right strategy, the right marketing,
Yeah.
and the star power of someone like Brady,
Right.
cricket could carve out its own niche in the U.S. sports landscape.
I can picture it now. Brady leading his cricket team to victory. The 100 being broadcast on ESPN, stadiums packed with fans chanting, 6, 6, 6.
It's not as far-fetched as it might seem.
Yeah.
Remember, soccer was once considered a fringe sport in the U.S.
Yeah.
And look at it now.
Yeah, that's true.
With the right push, cricket could follow a similar trajectory.
Okay, I'm starting to see the vision, but what about these tech giants? What role could they play in making cricket more appealing to a North American audience?
That's where things get really interesting. Think about how technology has changed the way we experience sports,
Right.
We got fantasy leagues, streaming services, social media engagement. It's all part of the game now, and these tech companies are at the forefront of that evolution.
So you're saying they could use this technology to create a more immersive and interactive experience for fans?
Exactly.
Maybe even make it feel more like a video game or a social event.
Yeah, they could introduce things like augmented reality experiences in stadiums, real-time stats and analytics integrated into live broadcasts.
Wow.
Personalized fan challenges and rewards. I mean,
Okay.
the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
And those are the kinds of innovations that could really capture the attention of a younger, tech-savvy audience in North America.
All right, so let's say they're successful.
Sure.
Cricket takes off in the U.S.
Right.
The 100 becomes this Global phenomena.
Yeah.
What does that mean for, like, the sports world as a whole?
I mean, it could be a game changer. It would challenge the dominance of traditional American sports,
Right.
force them to adapt and evolve even faster.
Yeah.
It could open up new markets and revenue streams for everyone.
And who knows, maybe one day we'll see the 100 being broadcast on major networks in the U.S., with stadiums packed with fans cheering on teams owned by NFL stars and tech moguls.
Stranger things have happened, and that's what makes this deep dive so fascinating.
Yeah.
We're witnessing a potential turning point for cricket. Right. And the implications could be far-reaching, not just for the sport itself, but for the entire world of, sports and entertainment.
Yeah, it is mind-blowing to think that a sport that's been around for centuries could experience such a radical transformation in just a few years.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what other surprises the sports world has in store for us.
Indeed, this entire situation really highlights the dynamic nature of sports and entertainment.
Yeah.
It's constantly evolving, adapting, and finding new ways to captivate audiences.
So if a figure like Tom Brady, who has achieved, legendary status in American football,
Right.
sees value in investing in cricket,
Yeah.
what does that say about the potential of the sport? Could this be the start of something much bigger for cricket, particularly in North America?
It speaks volumes. It suggests that cricket is no longer confined to its traditional boundaries.
Right.
It's breaking free, attracting new fans, and becoming a truly global phenomenon.
Yeah.
And with the right support, the right marketing, and a little bit of that, Brady magic, it might just become the next big thing in the U.S. sports landscape.
Well, you've given me, and hopefully you listening out there, a lot to think about.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be keeping an eye on the 100 and seeing how it all plays out. Who knows, maybe I'll even become a cricket fan myself.
I wouldn't be surprised. Cricket has a way of captivating those who give it a chance. And with all these new developments, it's becoming more accessible and exciting than ever before.
So to wrap things up, what's the one key takeaway you want our listener to walk away with today?
I think the most important takeaway is this. The world of sports is changing, and it's changing fast. Traditional boundaries are blurring, new players are emerging, and innovation is driving everything forward.
Yeah.
And if you're not paying attention,
Right.
you might just miss the next big thing.
And that next big thing just might be cricket, fueled by the star power of Tom Brady and the innovation of Silicon Valley.
Exactly.
Who would have thought?
And that's what makes this deep dive so intriguing,
Yeah.
It's a reminder to stay curious, keep exploring, and always be open to the unexpected.
Well said. And to our listener, we encourage you to keep an eye on how the 100 develops in the coming years. This could be the start of a whole new era for cricket.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Sure.
Maybe even for the sports world as a whole.